Fortnite has released the final update for Season 2. Therefore, in the most informative section of About the News, now I will tell you about all the secret tricks. New update. And today in the issue, final event of Season 2. Huge collab with Star Wars. Long-awaited map changes. And the appearance of the mysterious wanderer is healthy. Birds on the floor are in touch and get ahead of yourself. The update came out really interesting, so it's good to babble. Or as they say, traditionally, we start by changing the map. This time there are not as many of them, but judging by the latest updates, it's up to us to choose. Already understood. Don't have to. True for the most part. They are all related to the galactic collab. On a small island in the north, a special landing pad where you can meet Darth Vader himself. It's pretty easy to notice while you're flying. Pay attention to the very bright red beacon. This is where the Sith Lord stopped. Just keep in mind half the server is flying here so now. The cut will be very difficult. It's best to land and hang out somewhere nearby, and then come and watch the spectacular battle for the sword of the Sith. Besides, there are now outposts all over the island. Stormtroopers who are not very happy with. But don't worry, what's in the movies? That in Fortnite they still have problems with aim. At such points, new galaxy containers can be found. Where is the high chance of knocking out mythical guns? Overall delicious. Another important change may not be immediately noticeable, and it lies in this. What if you look closely at Pandora's box? Then it will become clear. To which he slightly changed his position, and to be more precise, then he began to drown in the water. It's hard to say what exactly is causing this change, but if you take into account the new story loading screen, where hopes John's picture, then we can assume that Pandora will still play her role. Or this way, Epic's just leak key map change this season before the release of the new season. We'll find out soon enough. Meanwhile, telescopes appeared in the southern part of the island, which are directed into the unknown. And their luminaries were installed by the organization who helped, in a word, carry out excavations in the third season of the fourth chapter. That very soon from the sea, something will begin to approach the island. Kind of this way. Epic's always hinted to us that what's aside, where are the telescopes pointing? Something important will happen. And this time it's something. This is the final event, which will bring us into Season 3, the theme of which will be the apocalypse. In the meantime, magic has been replaced by real technology. So all the items are from the collaboration put into storage. With the avatar, that a scroll of water magic can still be found on the island. He will stay with us until the end of the season. Now every looper can feel like a Jedi again. Well, if someone prefers dark side of the Force, then the Sith. Because now you can pull out the same ones from lightsabers. Since its last appearance, they haven't actually changed. The same evasion, the same ability to deflect bullets, unless they brought in strength abilities. So throw stones and attract enemies to you. It won't work anymore. Well, what if there are fans of something more down to earth? Then you can always pick up a laser blaster. Now you can walk around here. After all, on the island, three types of small arms. But if a rifle and an assault rifle we have already seen in previous thematic updates, is the Wookiee crossbow. This is something new. According to its mechanics, it somewhat resembles a reloadable shotgun. The longer the shot takes to charge, the more it hits the enemy's head. Of course, there is a nasty but very funny. All these items are possible found all over the island. They are found like in regular chests and in special galactic containers. But for special gourmets and thrill seekers, return the junk rift. At 0 altitude, this thing doesn't really make sense. But in modes with construction, for another cyber cutlet box, you can throw something heavier. And what will definitely make every Olympian happy. So this is the return of divine abilities. So grab the chains of Hades, fly on the wings of Icarus, and strike your enemies with Zeus lightning bolts. Now these items can be safely found on the island. Of the minor changes in the repository, the grenade was clarified. We actually have those who used it this season. If so, write about it in the comments. Very major changes have occurred in LEGO mode. That's where they actually brought the content of the name. Chewbacca Pass and new themed locations. Even refreshed the gameplay, making him more alive or something. This is largely due to the fact that new NPCs can now build their own settlements. In general, I advise you to fly in and familiarize yourself with all the changes that occurred in new regimes. Then you're in the loop juicy. And we've been here for a long time. Features of the stellar update before the construction of Baspa stands in the LEGO world. I've been waiting for information on the final event of this right away it will happen. But don't rush to set off fireworks and scream about Fortnite comeback. As it appears, starting from Chapter 5 of the episode, decided to choose a new one for carrying out such events, since the main team, who used to do events, currently actively engaged in the development of a meta-universe, and the guys who sweat over the royal and decided not to leave us without the end of the season. So most likely, now at the end of every season, mini mentions will be held with a little interaction, similar to what we had with Pandora's box. As it appears, a huge asset around the Titan's arm and the destruction still bore fruit. True, they managed to surprise us here it's too. It's a new event. Will not be associated with Zeus's hourglass. And if it does, then quite indirectly, because we will destroy the story test approach. So this time they prepared something for us, special, and judging by the words of the Oracle, this movement is clearly not going to end well. But let me get ahead of myself. That most likely this movement will not begin in less than a week, and everything will take place in the south. Where are those telescopes located? After all, according to information about data miners, it will begin to approach something is approaching, and this object will have as many as 16 stages. Most likely, we will get something similar to the iceberg at the end of the 6th season, which, of the first chapter. Cannot but please post your theories about this in the comments. Well, if you notice something interesting, especially let me know about it. In general, we look at both loopers. They also piled on a lot of stories. On the other hand, it would be strange if the last update of the season without Oracle predictions. It's true that her message gave us more mysteries than answers after the loopers defeat Zeus. There's a new threat on the horizon, mysterious wanderer, and don't even ask. I don't even know who this is, but with their own, you can always share your guesses in the comments. Anyway, I highly doubt it, that this is some kind of gene, or more likely, Epics are leading some new villain, which we will defeat at the end of next season. Although there is still one very interesting point associated with who can play a huge role in the final event of the chapter. All in all, for someone okay likes under the video, I will post this. And where would we be without of which skins? So many were brought in this that you really can't get enough bucks. 2 to new starter pack and characters from the Star Wars universes and even Titanium. Let's talk about everything in order. Start with a new starter pack. For Battle this pleasure usually costs more, but they give him more bucks there, as much as 1.5. The best thing to prepare for the new season. And besides, it opens access. Our list continues with one more girl who really looks more like a modern knight, with a huge sword. Looks impressive. You can't say anything. Fans of knightly themes, this lady will definitely suit your taste. But I didn't really like the bee girl. Maybe because this is a reskin of an already existing character. In any case, she looks too colorful, because of which at times it will stun your eyes. In short, not for everyone. We haven't had enough pure vibes for a long time. So the Epics kindly adjusted it to the entire lavender light summer skin, in which it will be nice to run in some warm biome. Although her bow is probably also not for everyone. The theme of modern knights. This is probably not and even some racer in shining armor. One word interesting. Should I give my hard-earned bucks for it? It's up to you to decide. Data miners have traditionally not bypassed the new starter pack, which usually gets leaked in the last update of the season. And he doesn't look that bad. It just doesn't fit into the theme. Post-apocalypse. He would have been somewhere during the 2nd season Chapters of the 4th. For example, with dragons and other similar things. But as I always say, 600 bucks is 600 bucks. So for the price, we definitely take the starter. And here's someone I didn't expect to see. So this is the same Titanium from whom we occupied at the end of last season. Because of this handsome guy, I definitely don't mind shelling out even a tidy sum. A lot of effects, epicness at maximum speed, beautiful design. And what connection does it have with the plot? In general, Imba. Skins from the Star Wars universe, especially the new Stormtrooper, the furry one was completely screwed up with a whole built-in emotion. Where he growls menacingly at his opponents. Special respect for Master Yoda. Who looks sarcastically from behind your back. All these sets are worth it, cosmic in all planes of money. But the designers really did a good job. And of course, new awesome emotions. So update 29.30 definitely pleased me, especially compared to what we have seen over the past month. Although it would be strange from the final update of this season. Now we just have to wait for the mini event, which should start very soon.